everyone, welcome to my Persian Corner. My name is Panta, and in today's lesson we're looking at question words in Persian. Now before we begin, I just want to remind you that the notes for this lesson and all of the other lessons are available on my website, and the link for that is in the description below. It's totally free, so if you want to pause the video real quick and head on over there, you can follow along with the notes, or else you can just stick around until the end of this video and then go download them. All right, so let's get started. Our question words. What are our question words? Well, in English, we have WH questions because most of our words start with WH. Who, what, where, when, why, and then we also have how. But in Persian, our question words begin with either kaf or che. Let's begin with our words that start with kaf. And our first one is chi, who. If you speak Italian, then this should be an easy one to remember because it's the exact same word. I can ask, for example, Shoma ki hastin? Shoma ki hastin? Who are you? Or Un kiye? Un kiye? Who is that? Now remember, this at the end of ki is, right? Ast. But in speaking, ast is always reduced to So instead of saying ki ast, we say kiye. And this will be true with the other question words as well. Or I can ask, ki baradar dare? Ki baradar dare? Who has a brother? Our second word is ke, when. Now you'll notice this has the exact same spelling as ki. The only difference is the diacritic, which we don't write. So ki doesn't have a diacritic, but k has a diacritic under the letter k. So k becomes ke, and then with the ye it becomes k, when. For example, ke vakht dari? Ke vakht dari? When do you have time? Kelaset keye? Kelaset keye? When is your class? Ke miyai? Ke miyai? When are you coming? Then we have koja, where. We've seen this word before when we ask the questions ahle kojai, or koja zendagi mikoni. Or I could ask quite simply, kojas, where is it? And here it's koja ast, when we liaise it together to become kojas. If you want to ask about a specific place, for example, a hotel, you could say, Hotel kojas, Muze kojas. Or perhaps a useful question if you plan on visiting Iran, Servis behdashti kojas? Servis behdashti kojas? Where is the bathroom? Or you can also ask, Dashui kojas? Moving on to our question words that begin with che. Esmet chie? What is your name? Yani chi? What does it mean? Yani chi? And if you want to ask about a specific word, you just add that word at the beginning of this question. For example, furudgah yani chi? What does furudgah mean? If you want to ask how to say a word in Persian, you can use this structure. For example, airport به فارسی چی میشه؟ Airport به فارسی چی میشه؟ میشه فرودگاه. Next up is چرا. Why? چرا فارسی یاد میگیری؟ چرا فارسی یاد میگیری؟ Why are you learning Persian? چرا رفتی؟ چرا رفتی? Why did you go? چرا vegetarian هستی؟ چرا vegetarian هستی? Vegetarian is our loan word here, but you could also ask چرا گیاهخوار هستی? گیاهخوار is vegetarian. And you'll hear both of them. Next up is Chittor, and we've seen this quite a few times. For example, هوا چطوره? How's the weather? حالت چطوره? How are you doing? Or our informal question, Chittori, how are you? How's it going? Then we have chand, and we saw this in the previous lesson about telling time when we ask saat chande, what time is it? But we also use chand to ask about price, so how much. And we can ask quite simply, chande, how much is it? Or if we want to ask about a specific item, we'll just add that item before the question. For example, in farsh chande, how much is this rug? Or we can ask, bilet vurudi chande, bilet vurudi chande, how much is the entrance ticket? Finally, we have chanta, how many? And we saw this in a previous lesson when we asked the question, chanta khohar baradar dari? How many brothers and sisters do you have? And we add this ta to indicate a quantity. So we add a ta after the number. So in our question, chanta khohar baradar dari? I could answer, for example, do ta khohar daram. Do ta. So we add ta after our number do. As another example, I could ask, chanta bilit mikhai? Chanta bilit mikhai? How many tickets do you want? And as a reply, I could say, for example, seta. Before I let you go, let's try a quick quiz with just 3 questions, and you have to fill in the blank with the correct question word. Ready? Yek. Khonat, I want to ask, where is your house? Khonat kojas. Khonat kojas. Now remember, we're saying koja asked, and we are linking that to become kojas. Do. Mikhai. I want to ask, what do you want? Chi mikhai? Chi mikhai? Se. In video بود. I want to ask, how was this video? این ویدیو چطور بود? Great job! Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget, the notes are available on my website. The link is in the description below. And until the next lesson, Khodafis!